Good morning, everyone out there, my beautiful friends, brothers and sisters, family. How is everyone doing? Happy Thursday. Hopefully, you are thriving and having an amazing day. I look rough today because I got sick yesterday. So that's what I will be talking about today. If you are watching this on a replay, you can fast forward a few seconds there until we get to the subject. We will be talking about public health today. All right, let's talk about that. So I'm just waiting for people to tune in. Hopefully people are out there. If not, you can always watch it on a replay, as I mentioned. This is Lenka, and we will be discussing public health. So today is Thursday. Yesterday was Wednesday, and Monday and Tuesday I had a super busy days. As always, it's always Mondays are crazy busy. Then once we get going into the week, Tuesdays are busy too. And everything was great. I did my workouts. I did my usual routine. I do intermittent fasting every day, and so just was having really great time. We had a big weekend. A lot of stuff was going on the weekend, and I know that I was completely exhausted on Sunday night. I came home and I literally crashed. I had to take a nap. I couldn't really fall asleep, but I rested for a little bit. So Monday and Tuesday was pretty cool, normal. And then on Wednesday morning, it hit me, which was yesterday, it hit me like a train. Like, I don't know what happened, but I literally woke up with this horrible migraine with chills. I was feeling nauseous. It's just out of nowhere. And I know that people had the sniffles. I know that people were sick. Even some people tested positive, as they told me. But we know all about the testing and the PCR and everything. And I'm not buying into that. What it's doing, it's just basically it's measuring for exosomes, which is a natural process of the body releasing its toxins. So the cells are literally cleansing, and that's what all these PCR tests are measuring. I've been on this case of this virus since the very beginning. So I didn't pay attention because people said, "Oh, I tested positive and all this." I'm like, "Good for you." So anyway, so it hit me like a train yesterday. Like literally, like the migraine and the pressure in my head was just unreal. It was like, I don't know if you guys ever had migraine. I've suffered with it in the past. I healed from all of that, but I got it yesterday, and oh my gosh, it literally just like paralyzed me. I was having chills. I was feeling stomach sick, and it's just really bad. So no, I did not get tested. Of course not, because I'm sick. I was sick. I knew that I'm sick. So why would I get tested to be told that I'm sick? No, I don't need that. So you know what I did instead of that? I stayed the whole day in bed, and I literally just shut everything off. I let people know I won't be available. I did one conference call, which was really pushing through, but I promised those people that I will get on the call, so I pushed myself through, but the rest of the day, I literally just stayed in bed. I slept, I drank tons of water, I was drinking my green juices, spirulina, all the powerful greens. So I'm drinking that. What I also did, I swear by this, echinacea. So I did that. The other thing, I took my antibiotics, and that's what always I give to my crew. This is the antibiotic. It's antiviral. It's antibacteria. I don't know if you've heard about this antibiotic and this super fruit and super healing ingredient. It's called garlic. Okay, so the way what I do is I literally just chop it up. and I take it as a dose, and I take it 3 times a day. So I did it yesterday. I told everyone, stay away from me because I literally smell like garlic. And so that's what I did 3 times a day, like half of one of the, how do you call them? One of the cloves, depending how big it is and how much you can take. You can also put it in between apples, slice up apple and finely slice the garlic and just take it like that. I go raw and I go direct. So that's what I did. Just with water 3 times a day. Then also what I was doing, I don't know if you guys heard about this thing. It's called ginger. So I was doing ginger shots. I put it in my juicer and with a little bit lemon. Actually, I did lime and a little bit orange, so it was a little bit sweeter. So I did that, and I was literally just boosting my immunity, whatever was trying to get me down. And look at me today. I'm back to my feet, no chills, no migraine, no nothing. And I am not going to be isolating myself or anything because you know what? I have life to live. And this is how we are taking care of our health. No one else is responsible, but we are. And so today I want to talk about the thing called the public health. Someone actually forwarded these assembly bills from New York, okay? And I did just very quick search on it, and it's absolutely alarming, absolutely outrageous. And I want everyone really to become aware what these puppet masters, these human engineers, these zookeepers are planning for any of those who plan to be subject to these masters. We have to remember where we came from, right? If you are a creation of the government, then yes, you are a subject to their rules, their mandates, their ordinances, whatever they are putting out. Yes, that's called the U.S. citizen, and that's what you've been enslaved into. But if you did not come and were not created by the government, you are free American. You are free American because you know that you came from your creator and there is no one higher. There is no one higher than your creator. So there is not another man or woman who can rule over you and dictate how you should live your life or not. If people want to engage in eating junk and drinking soda and not exercise and not research really about their health and how to stay healthy and detoxify and understand really what constitutes health and where disease come from and want to depend on big pharma to feed them drugs and keep them living, in fear and dependency, that's completely fine. It's a personal choice. I decided to be different. I've done that, and that took me on a road of complete disaster. My health was disaster. I was constantly sick. It was literally that if someone cough outside of my house, I would get sick inside of the house. My immune system was non-existent. I was always feeling tired and exhausted. Life was a struggle. And they were just prescribing medication. And it built into some serious diseases. I had fibromyalgia, I had constant infections, I had candida, and it all built into cancer. Then I got a life-threatening situation with my gallbladder, and it was because of my lifestyle and because I was not in charge. I was depending on the man in white coats to be in charge of my health, and I just started to see that it's not taking me to where I want to be. It was not taking me into a life prosperity and vitality and energy and freedom. And I said, okay, I am done with that, and I'm going to take charge of my health. So we have those two type of people who want to be dependent on the big pharma. And we have to remember, right, that like this thing, my green drink, which is basically greens, and all the stuff that comes from earth, the reason they will not tell you about this, or this thing, which is superfood, super powerful, antiviral, antibacterial, literally antibiotics that kills any unfriendly pathogen in your body, called garlic, or from, all these experts, like the so-called Dr. Fauci, and all these, and Bill Gates and all these other people, they literally want to just manipulate people and control people. The reason is they will not tell you about these thing is, do you know why? Because they cannot patent it. They cannot patent it. And the reason they cannot patent it is because they have not created it. Okay? You can only control what you've created. So they will never tell you about it, because anyone can take this and can juice it, or you can put it in your salad or a soup or whatever you are making, and you are literally boosting your immune system and you are preventing disease. They cannot patent it, and because they cannot patent it, now they cannot own it. And when they cannot own it, they basically, cannot financially benefit from it. It's all about financial benefit and about control and about dependency. And you guys need to really wake up. Do you want to be dependent? Do you want to be controlled? Do you want to be imprisoned? Because they will literally imprison you. So going back to the New York Assembly bills, it is so alarming and so outrageous. So I will give you just an example of one of them, what these zookeepers are preparing for their slaves. And some of them might not pass, or they are constantly discussing, but just the fact that they've been brought up, it should really tell you something, because this is where it's headed. They want to have a complete control over everything. They already have complete control over everything you do in your life, the way how you make living, your properties, your children, and now they want to also have a control over your body. So let me read you some of them. So the first one is New York Assembly Bill A8378, and it's forced the virus jab to attend school. Okay, think about it. So they are telling you that the schools that you are paying for, you can send your children, your offsprings, only if they take their drugs, their poisons. And the reason about all this jabbing is, you see, they have complete immunity from any harm, from any damages, from any health that can create for your child or yourself. So think about it. Think about it like if you went to purchase a car, right? And the manufacturer would tell you, yeah, you can buy this car, but I cannot warranty anything. I cannot warranty that the moment you take the car off the parking lot, that the wheels will not fall off. I cannot guarantee that, when you are driving, it might not explode. I cannot guarantee that the motor will completely fail. I cannot guarantee anything about it, but yes, buy it, because it's the best thing and it's completely needed. And I'm actually forcing you to get into that car and buy that car, because it is now a mandate. So think about it, right? The next bill is A279S slash S75A forced, it's an assembly bill for forced all adult jabs records to be on the state database. All right. So basically it's a complete control that, yeah, you actually complied and you took this jab. The next one is A7829 slash S6495 forced jab mandate to attend college. Once again, they will not tell you about this. They will not teach your kids about that. They will not tell you about this, how to basically keep strong health and immunity. They will force you to take their jabs, their literally, concoction of stuff that you don't even know what they put in. And there is the reason for that. Because, antibiotics, first of all, do not make any money. They do not profit on it, okay? And the only way they can profit is on these jabs. And they have absolutely a complete immunity from any damages you might incur. And it's not controlled. We've talked about it for a very long time. But now they are mandating that if you want to be part of the society and your kids to go to these colleges, yeah, they will have to, they are forced jab mandates. Another thing, mandate is not a law, right? So you have a choice. You have a choice to fight it, right? To stand up for your rights, because mandate is not a law. And you ask very simple question, show me the jab law, and then we can discuss. But there is no jab law, like there is no mask law. This is why you have to know your rights. And your rights are secured by the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution. So you stand up and you defend your rights and your offspring's rights, or the other choice is, don't send these kids, don't send your kids to these colleges. And guys, also the other thing is, it's complete indoctrination factories, all right? It's literally stripping these young souls, these amazing, clever beings of being able to think on their own. Do you think that your kid needs to go to these indoctrination factories in order to be successful? This is the biggest kind of delusion of most parents, that your kid needs to be a graduate from some Yale or Stanford University in order to be successful. I'm the walking, talking proof of that. You need none of that, all right? I came to America with $10. I have no college degree, but I know how to study. I know how to pursue my passions. I know how to make my living. And if we only encouraged and empowered our kids how to pursue what they love to do, you don't need to send them to these indoctrination factories that are now even forcing your child to be jabbed with their poisons, that you don't even receive any protection for any possible damages. So parents, wake up, all right? Wake up. I know that it has become kind of the standard, oh yeah, my kid is now going to Yale. Oh yeah, look, my kid is going to USC or UCLA or wherever. That's a crap. It's a crap. I know so many overeducated experts who cannot think for themselves, all right? They are completely lost in life. They are just programmed zombies, robots. Yeah, they might have some numbers in their bank account, but let me tell you, they are not happy. They are not happy because they hate their jobs, what they are doing. They are completely lost. They got completely trapped into this lifestyle where you have to impress other people, and then you have to, of course, maintain that lifestyle. And they completely miss the purpose of life, the meaning of life, all right? So in order to be successful, in order to be happy, in order to thrive, you do not need a college degree, all right? Let me be very clear about that. All we have to do is empower our kids, allow them to pursue their passion, their love, to support them, and also allow them to make their own mistakes. So many parents are so afraid. Gosh, guys, wake up. All right. The next one is Assembly Bill A2240/S45. Forced flu shots to attend school and preschool daycare. All right. So this is crazy, really. So now they are even dictating it to the little ones, right? Which is so sad, so sad. And really, parents need to wake up. And all you have to do is go to talk to any parent with jab injured child. All right, just go to talk to them. They are around. There is millions of them around, okay? You just don't hear it on social media. You obviously will not hear about them on mainstream media, which is completely controlled, completely censored. But go to talk to them and go to visit them for a few days, how their life is. Just imagine your wonderful, beautiful offspring being injured for the rest of their life, where they cannot function, where you will be taking care of them for the rest of their life. Just go and visit that family, talk to that family. I will please do that, okay? So you can make conscious choice that you are going to actually be coerced and intimidated into possibly injuring your child and completely ruining their life, all right? Go to talk to them. Please do your homework. The next one is Assembly Bill 3091/S3041. And I'm talking about the New York Assembly bills. Eliminates parental consent when child reaches the age of 14. All right, so now you basically don't even have anything to say what they do with your child once they are 14 years of age. So they can, you send them to school and they just decide, hey, it's time to jab more, it's time for more boosters, and you have nothing to say in that. But guys, the best one, my beautiful friends, the best one is for the last, okay? Assembly Bill A416, which says that it will allow the governor to imprison without a trial anyone she considers a threat to public health. Let me repeat. The proposed Assembly Bill A416 allows the governor to imprison without a trial anyone she considers a threat to public health. First of all, let's break this down, all right? What this really means. So, first of all, who is she, the government, the governor? Who is she? Like some kind of like king, a queen, right? That basically has the power to basically imprison you, okay? Because she considers you a threat to others. She considers, okay? Without a proof, without some kind of evidence, without anything backing it. Then the important part is without a trial. Without a trial. So now it basically is based on a personal, subjective perception. So it's kind of like me, okay? I declare myself that I am, I'm the governing body, and me going and saying, hey, you down there, below me, you don't look healthy to me because you are overweight, you have tons of inflammation in your body, you have high blood pressure, you haven't been exercising, I consider you a threat to public health. And so now I'm going to imprison you without a trial. Guys, wake up. This is complete violation of very simple human rights. Very simple. This is very simple, not to mention that the Constitution, the supreme law of the land, guarantees you that you cannot be imprisoned without a trial by jury, okay? Not by a judge, not by a governor or a health officer, but by jury, which means a jury of your peers. It means that people that know you would have to come together and declare, yes, this man or woman is a threat, okay? Now, threat to whom? Threat to whom? To public health. Very interesting. What is public health? Can I meet Mrs. Public Health? Because I would really like to meet Mrs. Public Health. And I like to discuss what constitutes health and what constitutes disease. You see, you are being fooled. The whole world is being fooled. A thing called public health doesn't exist. There's no such thing as public health. There is only individual health. Like I am responsible for my health. You are responsible for your health. And Joe is responsible for his health. And Susan is responsible for her health. And Michael is responsible for his health. There's no such thing as public health and as this collective entity that suddenly we will say, oh yeah, and this entity you create threat to. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. This is how they are fooling your mind with this fictitious entity. There's no such thing as public health. There are only people. And when dealing with people, we can only deal with other people. So, when they say that this governor of New York can deem anyone basically based on her personal perception, threat to public health, to something that doesn't exist, and she can imprison you without a trial. This is medical fascism. This is medical fascism. And you people need to wake up very quickly because this is where it's headed. They scared the whole world with something that has never been purified, never been isolated. And now they basically pretend like they are caring about you and your health when they will never dare to tell you about ginger. They will never dare to tell you about garlic, about echinacea, about powerful, juiced greens, how to boost your immunity and how to keep your vitality and how to detoxify so you don't need big pharma, so you can be completely independent and free being. And I tell you why. Because independent, free thinkers People who are strong and standing in their power are their threat. That's their threat, because they need dependency. They need people who fear, people who do not have courage, who are afraid of some pathogen that, by the way, the coronavirus existed for 2,000 years, all right? And we perfectly survived. So they create this global panic. And now everyone is just paranoid when someone sneezes in public or has a runny nose, and they want you to isolate, and they want you to fear other beings, and they want you to wear a muzzle, so you are scaring little children. Just think about our kids, like what it's doing to their psyche. You know what it's doing to their psyche? It's basically teaching them that humans are dangerous, that you should not be around others. Why? Because that's what they want. Divide and conquer. Very simple. Very simple game played over centuries. So people, wake up. Wake up when you still have time. Stand up for your rights. Learn how to defend your rights and unslave from the matrix. Today is your day. Sending much love.